Alright, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so as I was saying about the parallel realities, you create these realities with your thoughts, okay, as you do your current reality. So the thoughts that you have about something, they still live on, okay? Those thoughts still exist, and another part of you, another facet of you, is living out those thoughts, whether it be negative or positive. So right now, if you're living a positive experience, then there's another part of you that is living a negative experience of the thoughts that you had, and the thoughts that kind of build up a little bit more momentum towards a certain direction. So if you, as I explained before, if you have more negative thoughts, then that's where the train will go. If you have more positive thoughts, that's where the train will go. So with the parallel realities, there are extraterrestrials or greys, there are reptilians, there are other species that are living on other planets. There is a lot underground. There's a lot going on. I have a whole nother video that I'm going to dedicate to extraterrestrials and Area 51, okay? I'm going to speak on the exchange of energy. I'm going to speak on the, what's hidden by your government, the things that are hidden that your government hide from you, from the masses, okay? So the parallel realities, as I stated before, there are so many dimensions, there's so many parallel realities, there's so many frequencies, different frequencies, galaxies, universes. So with that being said, the movie Us spoke very loud and clear to the spiritually awakened people, solely because we understand that was a message relating to parallel realities and how real they are and how powerful your subconscious mind is. But we learned that from Jordan Peele in Get Out. Okay, that was the first time he expressed or tried to convey the message of how powerful the subconscious mind is and how it's so powerful that you can get stuck in a certain trends. You can get stuck at a certain frequency, okay? And your consciousness will be totally separated from your human body. So the parallel realities are basically simultaneously happening, but not only with you, but with everything and everyone who's had the thought, everything and everyone, whether they're in this universe or whether they're in another universe, whether they are of another species, it really doesn't matter. So they're all coincide, and I'm not sure if a lot of you seen Stranger Things on Netflix. That speaks very, very loud to different parallel realities as well, okay? And it speaks very strongly towards your government and what your government is doing on Area 51. If you're not familiar with Area 51, you need to look it up, because right now people are reaching a point of spiritual awakening, more and more people, and you want to be on that high-flying disc that the masses of awareness is on, because you don't want to get lost. You don't want to have to play catch up with this stuff, okay? Because it's not a rush. It's something that you're supposed to embark on with ease. It's supposed to be free flowing. It's not supposed to be a force. So if you find yourself forcing this knowledge on yourself, or forcing any form of meditation, or forcing any type of method of ascension, if you're forcing that, then you need to relax. Okay, because you're doing it wrong already. You don't even have to start it because you're already barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so with this spiritual awakening, you understand that you're not the only part of you that's experiencing the thoughts that you have. There's another part of you that are experiencing those thoughts as well. So if you want some meditation and you want to create the parallel reality of success, if you're living negatively right now, or if you're living in a circumstance that you're not really happy about living in, then that's because out of the two thoughts that you have, because we all have positive and negative thoughts, but one just holds more weight, okay? One, we think along the lines of one more than the other. So if that's negative, then that's what you're going to get, and that's what your lifestyle is going to look like, okay? When you look around you, that's what you see. If everything bad is happening to you, back to back, that is a clear sign of, where your thoughts have been for the last, certain amount of time. So, excuse me, y'all. I'm experiencing something right now. But, yeah, so if you have, distasteful things around you right now, or distasteful people that are surrounding you right now, that's because you went with the thoughts that were bringing you down. You went with those thoughts more so than the thoughts that would uplift you or make you feel better. Okay, so, but even though you didn't go with the thoughts that made you feel better, there's another part of you that are still living out those thoughts that made you feel better. So why not hop or transition into that parallel reality that it's already existed, because you've already had the thought of the things that you want. Because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So if you don't like the job that you're at and you don't want to be there, then you create in your mind another job. But if you don't act on, or if you don't put more thought into this new job that you'll be comfortable at, then you chose the parallel reality that you will have a sucky job. So you'll stay at the job that you have. So there's a lot of miscommunications about the parallel realities, and there's a lot of miscommunications about how to ascend from a certain level of vibration that you're on now. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, there's a vegan soul food restaurant on 75th, right before State.
Right, and so like eating more healthy and eliminating certain things from your diet, that is a big transformation that most people make when they reach their point of enlightenment or their point of spiritual awakening. You're able to decipher what you ingest a little bit more. Oh, that stuff look good. So I cut out red meat like 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm thinking about, I know that I'm going to cut out the chicken and fish very well soon as well. So it's all about how serious you are, how deep that's going to decipher how deep you get into this. Okay, you're not going to make these decisions as soon as you are informed. But you will make these decisions as you progress, and you will start getting more insight if you ask for clarity. The Bible, I recommend you read with an open heart, with an open mind, because it's 50-50. That book holds a lot of energy that can steer you in the right direction or the wrong, because everything is balanced, okay? So there's a 50-50. It's like you have 50%, 50% of you would strive to go to a negative aspect, and 50% of you would strive to go to a positive aspect. But until you decide which aspect you want to thrive or strive towards, then you're going to continue to be kind of like confused. And so then the reality will be chosen for you, which will be the negative aspect, because you're not secure in your choosing and your creating. Okay, so parallel realities was basically what I wanted to speak on with the movie. It was a lot of confusion because people don't understand the aspect of parallel realities. So when you get trapped in fear, when you get trapped in a certain state, then sometimes what happens is your physical body will go on, but your consciousness will be stuck at a certain level, a certain wavelength. So sometimes you might not even know why you're physically upset, or why you're physically sick, or why you're physically, going through some type of chemical imbalance. But that's because your subconscious mind or your consciousness, it extracted itself from your human body. So subconsciously, you're working with what's given to you. Okay, the things that are given to you. And Marcus. Basically you're dealing with the things that are given to you versus the things that you create. Okay, I don't have much more time. I just wanted to speak on parallel realities, and you just gotta clear that stuff up. Like you have to get rid of the fear. You have to get rid of the doubt. You have to remove the negative ways of thinking. I have a segment in my tour that I am dedicating to RAD, R-A-D. It's removing all doubt, because when you do not remove that doubt, then you create a reality for yourself that is a disservice. Okay, it does not serve you much to create those type of realities. So you kind of want to just stay on the high flying disc, and you kind of just want to just continue to be happy for no reason, because the parallel reality that you want to see is already created. It has already been created from the moment that you were able to create or form a thought. Okay, it's already been created, and it's just up to you to decide which one you want to live into, which one you want to shift towards. Okay, because it's going to get lived out anyway. So there's no need of thinking, oh, I can be a millionaire, I could be very successful, I could reach a point of enlightenment, I can meditate more, I'll be able to thrive, and I'll be able to give more love to people, I'll be able to love myself more, I'll remove all doubt. There's no point of thinking those things if you're not going to focus on those things. Continue to think those things, because if you think those things and then you talk yourself out of it, then you manifest the reality that those things are not a part of. But even though they're not a part of your experience consciously here, then that does not mean that they're not a part of the experience of another facet of you. Okay, so they're still being lived out. So there's some part of you somewhere in another dimension that is a millionaire, that's happy, that's reached a point of enlightenment, because if that's a thought that you had before, that's a thought that still exists, which means that there's a reality that was created by that thought, because thoughts create realities. So parallel realities they can be very tricky, but at the same time, if you understand it the way that you should when you reach a point of spiritual awakening, then you won't have a problem with understanding the wide range of possibilities. There's so many possibilities. There's so many things that's going on right now that we didn't know. So if you guys have any questions, if I left out anything, if I confused you, if I missed the point, comment that down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you guys don't want to comment, if you guys don't want to, you guys can inbox me as well. I do answer inbox. If you have anything that you want insight on, comment that down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I love y'all to life. Again, it's been all that, and that's all for now.